This is a reasonably easy task to be done. So you just need to make sure that you are careful whenever you are saving, and you are saving your files in the right format. Alright, let's continue. The next part of the task tells us that without cropping, remove all traces of the posts, fence, and wires that are shown in scene 2. So the wires are around this area, and these are the poles, and also there's a fence right at the bottom there. Now it's shown here posts and what? A fence. So this we are removing from scene 2, and we would need to save that as scene 3 after all that has been removed. So I'm going back to my Photoshop. So in order to see the wires visibly, I'm just going to hit the Control plus in order to zoom out. So now hopefully you're able to see that there are some wires there that are seen here, and these are the poles, and there's a fence there, and also there's some smaller poles in the bottom there. All right, that's fine. So with that done, I'll start with the wires. So should I zoom? So I'm going to zoom out again. So now you can see more clearly that these are the wires. So in order to deal with these wires, I'm going to, there are many ways of doing it, but I'm going to just use the clone stem tool. So I'm going to pick my clone stem tool, and what I will do here, you can even reduce the size of the clone stem, then from there, or the area that you need. So I can sample the top, or I can sample the bottom part. So in order to sample the area that I need to copy, I need to hit the Alt key. So while my Alt is on, I'm just going to click, Alt click. So I've sampled this area. So I go on to the fence. So what is the bottom where I'm going to copy of the information? So you can see the wires are removed there. I'm going to leave the pole for a while and just continue with the wires. So start from this point. I'm just going to do the same, and they need to do a resample. Why? Because there's this, and if I continue with the brush, what happens is it will copy this area which I don't need. So at this point, I'm just going to sample the top part. So I'm going to sample the top part. So the clone tool works better when you find time to sample and resample. So I'm going to sample the top part. So I'm just going to hit the Alt again and click. Now, if you check this point, might at the top. So that work for us at the end. But if you look here, we've done a good task of removing the wires. Now we need to go on to do the poles. So the simple task again for this pole. Looks like a very simple pole. Simple on the left side of the pole or the right. So I'm going to the right side, then I'm going to hit the Alt key again, then I'm going to click. So I'm assembling this area, so the right side I'm going to be copying. So now take where my last sign is to do that up to this. So I have to remove. What should I do? I can sample this side, the left side, then Alt click, then I go to do, yes, that's done. Go on to do that. So I think you are getting the concept. You able even to continue to remove everything that we don't need here, the pose and the like. So for this, I'm going to sample this left side. So Alt click, then I. All right, to continue, need to remove this fence as well. So what I'm going to do, so fence, this shortly, this I'm going to do is I'm going to sample the a bit top part of the area, this dense area with shrubs and trees. I'm just going to do my Alt again, click to sample the area. Then with my clone step, so in order not to distort our image, so what I'm going to do here is I need to resize my clone stamp, so put a smaller size. Then at this point I'm just going to sample the so where should I sample now? So I can sample maybe this part of the house. So I'm just going to hold, so on this cable, hold click, and then I start to, so continue. So my other, alright, so I feel like the fences, the poles have been removed now. So that was the task that was required in order to remove this, remove pause, and the tool to use was the clone stamp tool. All right, so that's it. We have to move on to the next part. So the next part requires us to do one thing. So this is to be saved as scene 3. So make sure you save that. Now they ask us to open Sunset in a graphics application. Then we need to replace all the sky in scene 3 with a suitable section of the sky shown in the sunset image. So what is happening is our image is like this. We need to remove this blue sky and replace it with this pinkish sky. So that's the next task to be done. So that sky, we get it on the sunset JPEG file. All right, so what I'm going to do first is let me log in Control minus, or I can just go to view fit screen. So that's it. So before I bring in the image that I need, I just need to remove this sky image, which I need to replace. So in order to do that, I just come to this tool, which is known as the Magic Eraser tool. So I just click on Magic Eraser tool, then I target the sky. So with that, so let me do one thing. I'm just going to Control Z. So before I use my Magic Eraser, I need to disable this layer, which is at the bottom there. So now pick on my Magic Eraser, then I'm just going to target the guy. So it has done a pretty good job there. So the whole sky is removed. So with the sky removed now, I can now go on to bring in that sunset image, which we need to be the background of this file. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to File, I'm going to do the open. Then sorry, I'm not going to do file open this time. I'm going to do file, then I'm going to choose place embedded. So I'm just going to bring it as a new layer embedded. Then I'm going to locate my sunset file. So file comes. So with my sunset file on, I'm just going to stretch it. Control. So with my shift 2, I'm just going to drag it down. So drag it out. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to check my opacity. So remove opacity. So why I'm doing this is I feel like this image is kind of affecting my file. So if you check, so image is too large, so I just need to trim it a little bit. So it's this tree. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a simple task there, whereby I'm just going to remove that tree. So I hope you now know how we can do it. So I can choose which tool should I choose this time? I can choose the object selection tool, and I just kind of target this part. So this part, I just need it to be removed. So I'm just going to do my edit. Then I'm just going to, alright, so before I do that, I have to do one more thing, Control D. So let me change this one. So this image is a smart art object. So I have to rasterize this object in order for me to do what I want. So now I'm going to use my object selection tool. I'm just going to, so what I'm doing with the background, I just need only this part, the top part, to be visible. So that one is selected. So with this object selected, I'm just going to use my fill, and I'm just going to use my content away as well. So I just felt like this part was interfering with my final output. So if I reduce the opacity again, so controlling to remove the selection, I think we can see that my background is no effect now. Alright, so let me just increase my opacity now. So what I'm going to do is a simple task. I'm just going to bring this layer up. So drag this layer to the top. That's it. So we now have the new layer that we need. So we have replaced the cloud. So as expected, we want this cloud instead of the one that is showing there. So we've removed the blue cloud and we've replaced it with a pinkish cloud. So the final file required to be saved is, so hopefully you are able to follow through the task.